The Sinhalese migrated to the southern portion of the island from northern India in the 5th century BC. 300 years later, the Sinhalese converted to Buddhism, and Sri Lanka became a hub for the religion. Hindu Tamils migrated across the Palk Strait to the northern part of the island from southern India. Major languages are Sinhala, Tamil, English. Major religions are Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, and the currency used is Sri Lankan rupee. When Sri Lanka gained independence, Sinhalese took control and disenfranchised the Tamil, which the British had favored. Ethnic tensions grew, and in 1976, the Liberation Tigers of Tamil, also known as the LTTE, formed under Velupillai Prabhakaran. They began to campaign for a Tamil homeland in northern and eastern Sri Lanka. From around 1980, the LTTE began attacks on politicians, the police, and the army in the north. This brought a Sinhalese backlash in the south, and in July of 1983 there were riots against Tamils in Colombo and the southwest of the country, which started the First Elam War, and Tamils fled to the north. The army deployed in the north, the conflict escalated, and the Tamil Tigers gained effective control of the northern peninsula. In 1987, India made a pact with the Sri Lankan government to send peacekeeping troops to the island, and when Indian forces were unable to end the conflict, they instead began fighting with the LTTE until they were forced to withdraw by Sri Lankan President Rana Singh Premadasa. The Second Elam War began, and thousands of Muslims were expelled from northern areas by the LTTE. In 1993, President Premadasa was killed in an LTTE bomb attack, and in 1995, the Third Elam War began, when rebels sank a naval craft. Most of the fighting took place in the north, but the conflict also took place in central regions, with Tamil Tiger carrying out suicide bombings in Colombo in the 1990s. The violence killed more than 60,000 people, damaged the economy, and harmed tourism in one of South Asia's most potentially prosperous societies. A ceasefire and a political agreement reached between the government and rebels in late 2002, which raised hopes for a lasting settlement. But Norwegian-brokered peace talks stalled when both parties were accused of violating the truce. In 2006, the Fourth Elam War began due to the intensity of fighting, and attacks by both the government and the LTTE increased dramatically, killing an estimated 3,200 people, and hope for a negotiated settlement to the conflict diminished, as the LTTE demanded that ceasefire observers from the EU member states leave the country and peace talks collapsed. Finally, in 2009, the Tamil Tigers were defeated in the war, thought to have killed about 80,000 people. In recent years, the UN wanted to investigate both sides' involvement in possible war crimes in 2011, and in 2015, Maithripala Sirisena became president. Currently, tensions have started to subside, and the new president has taken measures to end the corruption in the Sri Lankan government. To summarize, ethnic tensions grew, which caused a civil war, which heavily influenced Sri Lankan politics for the worse. But the country is on the rise.